work, phone calls, emails. Some of them have seen me on Amazon and contacted me and said, I like your product. Some in Nashville, I'm not that far from Nashville, knocking on doors, joining clubs, societies, so you get to meet people.
So are there any famous people who own violets?
There would be a couple. Gaither Group gospel singer, songwriter Woody Wright purchased one of my guitar bags, and when he purchased it, he was very excited. He said, now I'll never lose my mic wire again. You know, the wires that go around your head. I imagine when you travel from place to place, it's easy to mistake it. So also, I have a photo of Maggie O'Connor, who was Maggie Dixon then, wearing my handmade violin purse coming out of Carnegie Hall with famous now husband fiddler Mark O'Connor and famous violinist Rachel Barton Pine. So they fit in, my handmade ones can fit in very stylish places or affairs. A producer purchased a violin purse for Scarlett Riviera, who recorded with Bob Dylan, and most recently, the NBC Voice winner, Sarah Potenza, has one of my Peace Flag guitar bags, and she says she loves it.
Well, now, do you have testimonials from those people?
Yes. To some degree, yes.
Well, to some degree, though, but it's very important for our listeners to be aware that one of the best things you can do, especially when you're a small business, is to have testimonials from very credible people on your website. In fact, if you can make them video testimonials, it's even better. So I would strongly suggest, Becky, if possible, get them on your website, get as many as you can, and get as many as you can that are videos, because it's very, very important to do that. Now, you also mentioned something about hand-painted bags. So who are the artists that paint your guitar and violin bags?
Oh, most of the all of the guitar all the guitar purses are hand painted by some local Tennessee fine artists that I hire. But I've been taking classes myself too, and I have great fun painting them. And I'm so excited when people buy my paintings at the fair. So they've had a chance to look at them all, or at festivals, they look at them all and then they choose mine, and that's so amazing and fun. Also, I sell that paint your own bag. So some people really like that, and I sell them with instruction kits, and I can provide all the paint too in a shipment if they like.
I would think those would go very well in art stores and hobby stores and places like that as well.
Well, that's a good idea, but people don't realize how hard these are to make. They're very hard to make, and if I don't go to the third world and have who knows who sewing them, they get a little bit pricey. So when they double, the stores want to double the price, of course, and some stores triple the price. So that's
well, I can understand that, and of course, that's called business, you know. But I do know, I went to a women's seminar not long ago, and they did work with third world countries, and they did work with women who really didn't make that much money. I mean, if they made 50 cents a day, they could actually provide for their family. So there are a lot of third world countries who do very skilled work, who could probably work with you, and you'd be able to do a much larger business because you'd have a lot more to sell, and it wouldn't cost you that much to get them made. But I would certainly think that if you're doing this all yourself, that you need to get a pretty penny to make sure that you're coming out ahead on all of this. Because otherwise, you know, you're doing it because people appreciate it, they love them, but Becky has to, you know, grow her business as well. So what about other projects? Have you been asked to do other projects?
Yeah, about twice a year, people ask me to do other things or similar things. And most recently, I actually made a flute purse. It was very little sewing, mostly sawing and drilling and gluing, I think. But that was fun. I got asked several times to construct a guitar case that has the look of my purse. And Are you still in? Hello?
Hello, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, people have asked me a number of times to make a case that has a look of my purse, but I need somebody willing to fund the work, the development of it.
So how much does one of your purses cost, Becky? To give our listeners an idea.
They can range from $50 to $200.
From $50 to $200. So it's something that when somebody buys it, I mean, it's a sizable investment for them, and they're going to want to keep it and they're going to want to show it off. Is that right?
It's a really special gift, yeah. And some of the violins now are made out of leather, so they're real leather. They're pretty special, and then they come with a little leather wallet also.
So how many can you personally produce a month?
Oh, I have outsourced them, but they come in and I still have to finish making them.
Okay,
So
that makes a lot of sense, yes.
I finish making them, and then for some of them, all the guitars and ukuleles we hand paint locally, and that's pretty nice. Makes them very special.
Fantastic. Well, gosh, I think this is very unusual. I can tell that you get a lot of gratification out of this. And I know that the people who buy your merchandise are so honored to have these because they're not something that everybody sees everywhere. They're very unique. They make wonderful gifts. And I can see where this is something that, is a big passion for you. So, how do your kids feel about this? Is this something that they're going to help with or take over, or do they have interests of their own?
Well, they're very, very busy. My daughter's going into education reform, and my son's going to be working in Boulder, Colorado, and then going to Singapore next semester. So at first they were embarrassed, and then everyone told them they should be so proud of what I'm doing. So I think they're pretty proud.
Isn't that true, Becky?
Yeah.
Your mom is doing what? And it's so true. Kids get, oh no, I can't tell you what my mom does. And then when somebody says, wow, your mom's designs are fabulous, then they're proud of everything. It's so interesting how kids are. Well, let's go ahead and give your website again. It's Violettes, VIOLETTES, by Becky.com. And is there anything else that you would like to tell our listening audience in the few minutes we have left?
Oh, dear. I think that's about everything. It's just my mission is to support music education, and so supporting me buying gifts will support my projects. Music education is the first thing cut from budgets, and so it's really important to support something like this, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Becky, thank you for being with us today, and thank everybody for listening to Women in Business, the show that brings you women entrepreneurs and senior managers. I hope you enjoyed our show. I hope you enjoyed Becky. Please connect with me on Facebook and Twitter. Be sure to download my ebook, Life Lessons from an SOB, on my website, spunkyoldbroad.com, where you can find information on my speeches, coaching, and resources. And you can email me at GailCarson13, that's GAYLE, at gmail.com. Thanks so much for listening. And Becky, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much.